How's it going? We're back with part 2 of bringing your pentatonics to life. Today we're going to talk about feel in touching guitar. It's one of the most important and critical aspects as guitarists that we can apply. And a lot of other instruments don't have it nearly as much as we do. Every little vibration, pressure, touch is going to affect the way a guitar reacts. So keeping that in mind, it's good to be very conscious of everything we're playing and use that to our advantage. So starting with bends, we can really bring out microtones and use smaller bends to get more convincing lines. If you've tried a bend before, you can know how painful it can be on your fingers. Micro bends and quarter bends, and half bends even, are really a lot less pressure on our fingers. For quarter bends, we almost barely even push the string up, but it still gives us that little bit of blues quality that we want. And a half bend is just a little bit more. It's super important to keep our bends in tune. A great way to test our bends is just use the guitar fretboard. So a half bend is just a half step, and if you remember from the first video, a half step on guitar equals 1 fret. So I encourage you to do that all the time on your bends and make sure you're really hitting the right note. Slide up, it should sound the same. So a great little trick I like to do is say, we have a lick. Let's start with something simple. Instead of playing that, we can actually play the note preceding it, but bend it up a half step or even a quarter step to get close to the note that we would have played. So instead of, it would be. So really just experiment with your bends and have fun. Another great bend, I call it the ghost bend, is because basically you don't hear on the way up, but on the way down, you let it sound. So that's going to sound like this. Great to start solos, right? And then also combining our bends together to get. Another great little trick I like to do is if you slide up to a note and then bend it, it gives us this illusion of having a really big bend, right? So really, we're covering a lot of ground. All I have to do is start on the 10, hammer on to the 13th, slide up to the 15th, and then bend a whole step. The key with that is making sure that it's fluid. And being fluid and connecting our slides and our hammer-ons is really going to give us a great lyrical effect in our licks. So I encourage you to try this. And all we want to do is connect a hammer-on or a pull-off with a slide. If you ever heard slide guitar, you can actually kind of achieve a similar sound without a slide by just sliding up and down and really making it fluid. We always want to think like a lyricist, right, and make our lines melodic. It's great to combine fast licks with also more melody-based licks. And combining slides and just making our lines sound fluid is the first step to achieving that. So really, we're going to want to combine all these aspects we talked about. Our microtones, our quarter bends, our half-step bends, our ghost bends, our slide-up bends, which we talked about, that give the illusion of being a really big bend. And then also, just utilizing our slides. And most of all, too, our vibrato is so important, and that's what's going to bring it to life. So experience with your vibrato. Try to notice if you stick with the same kind of vibrato all the time. It's easy to really get stuck in a rut with your vibrato. Slow it down, speed it up. So let's have fun, let's move our licks around, and I hope this lesson was useful.